This is what £1 million worth of investment looks like. This is a giant play area, also building a venture golf course and a big lemur enclosure at our zoo, Lee Valley Animal Adventure Park. Really excited to see this project coming to the end so we can open it for the summer holidays so we can get more customers in, increased dwell time. They're banging away over there, so I'm going to quickly move over to the next shot. Hey Stu, how you doing, mate? It's looking good, mate. Do you think it looks big enough? That's my worry. No, I'm not even joking. I don't think it does. I don't know if it's going to be wow enough. People will love it when they're here, but is it big enough to make people want to come? And so this tower was built up in Yorkshire, come on a lorry, and then you've put it in place. And this is this Robinia wood here, is it?
Yeah.
Super expensive. It's wobbly wood. What country is this from?
Germany.
Let's talk about dwell time. When you're running hospitality and leisure businesses like this, the longer you make people stay, the better for value for money they feel they're getting. If you can get people staying here past 5 hours, they'll do a secondary F&B spend with you. They might buy another cup of coffee or another ice cream. And that really helps the attraction be more profitable because you have these real peaks and troughs. You have some days where you can have 3, 4, 5,000 people into your attraction, and then other days we only get 50 or 60. So it's really important on those high days that you've got enough for people to do so that they stay for longer, so that on the peak days you're making enough money to fill in the trough days. That's what's very, very stressful about running businesses like this. Huge peaks and troughs like this week. Let me give you a little rundown of the James Sinclair cash flow. My business might bring in £350,000 this week, but next week it's half term and I know I can see big payments coming in. We'll do over 1.1 million of revenue in 1 week. So you've got these massive peaks and troughs, and so that's why we keep on investing, making it better value for money so that when we do have those peak days, we can get more bang for our buck to pay for the troughs. Hopefully I've understood that or explained that well enough. Come on, let's go. Like, people will love it when they come here, but do you think it's big enough for people to want to come here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it's nice to finally see this bloody thing get it done because it's been hard work, hasn't it? What you need is like to have a fort here, big square thing, like the visual. I want people to take pictures of it and go wow. And I don't know if we've got that. I just don't think it's enough.
Another 250 customers on a peak day. That is enough, isn't it? Getting a return on that.
I just don't think it's big enough to make people want to come here. That's my problem. I was thinking like here, if we built a fort, so it looks much bigger, just even if it was just a square like that kids could run in and out of, a big square fort with a couple of bridges going across to it, and it would look wow then. Do they like these?
They love them, yeah.
Are you working with Rob to get that wrapped? Will the lemurs pull people down there? That's the big question, isn't it?
100%.
We want to build a big lemur enclosure here. We thought it was going to cost 100 grand. It's coming at £500,000. And £500,000 is too much money. Who did the printing for these?
You guys.
Did it?
Probably good.
Right, Paul Daniels.
Right.
You busy? They said you ain't got much on.
Thank you very much, James.
They said you've got loads of capacity.
I love that, Paul. That's nice.
Right, I'm back here at Lee Valley. 2 weeks later, I want to see how we've developed on all those building projects, see if we're getting close to finish that we can open for the summer holidays. Important that we're open for the summer holidays because we can use that as a marketing hook to get a truckload of cash in. Why do we need a truckload of cash? Because it seems like every single meeting I go to at the moment, people need 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 150,000 here, there and bleeding everywhere. Last week, I think we brought in about 1.3 million of cash, and quickly 1.3 million of cash left the bank account. We had to send 150,000 over to China, India and Turkey for loads of stock that's coming in. We're building a lemur enclosure, need a cesspit, 20 grand here, 5 grand there, 50 grand here. Oh, we need 10 more coffee machines. Guess how much that is? £35,000 because some of our coffee machines are old and need replacing, or we've opened new stores. Oh, and then someone wants 58 slush machines. Now we'll sell the 58 slush machines. That's Rossi, by the way, but I've got to weigh out, I don't know, 70 grand for them, and then we get the cash in over the next 6 days. I mean, it's non-stop cash flow cycle when you build a bigger business like we've built is something that, very few people can mentally handle. I'm one of the weird ones that can. Right, let's go and see the build update. How much is this extra tower going to cost?
I don't know, they're on it now.
Are you worried it doesn't look big enough? Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it, that wobbly wood? You just buy that in lorry loads, do you? Just keep it in stock? I didn't know these were for the golf. I thought he was putting them in the meerkat enclosure. Well, I'm loving this adventure golf course that we're building. The play towers, I'm still not sure they're big enough, so I've asked the contractors to price up to make it even bigger. Everyone hates me because it's these last minute things that I ask, but I just don't think we've got something big enough to market. And they're all saying it's huge, it's big. Well, I don't think it is. So I'm sticking my oar in probably where it's not wanted, but that's my job, isn't it? Today I'm at the Blue Boar Hotel, which is a hotel that we bought just a few weeks ago, and I'm running my property seminar inside. This is really smart where we can leverage different parts of our business. Our property business is helping our seminar business, and our seminar business is filling up the hotel rooms, yada yada yada. Right, let's go and learn some property stuff. I had a house, that was a HMO actually, HMOs are the same. I had a HMO in Brentwood in Essex, the first property I bought. And I rented it to someone else and they turned it into service accommodation. The neighbours hated it so much. They found me on Land Registry. They turned up to Marsh Farm and found me and said, our life is a nightmare because you've got multiple people living in this house coming in at all different times. We bought a really lovely Georgian mock townhouse and you're doing this to us. And I'm so sorry. The next day, I said to them, the HMO is over and I've just got it straight back on an AST. Like I say, it's high yielding, it looks so much better, but in reality, it's a lot more work and you just end up pissing people off. I mean, I know there's some executive HMOs out there and some people are doing all right on it. I just think there's better things. Just my opinion, you know, that's just my opinion. Well, we're halfway through the day here at Property Profits. All the delegates are now working on a little exercise that I like to do. You see, most people that invest in property really just do it for capital growth. Whereas anyone that comes to my seminars, I'm teaching people about income generation. And the best way to see if a property is really strong income generating is to do a return on investment calculation. And I have this little sheet, I'll just put a little shot of it up on the screen. They're all working to that. They're finding properties now on Zoopla and Rightmove that get as close to the ROI of 20%, which is the magic number that protects you against interest rates going up, tax changes, and really calculates your total capital that you deploy to buy a property with stamp duty, with fees, the solicitor's fees, and your deposit to buy the thing. And so it's really important that they understand this, because if you understand this, you're just going to be better at property. Let's listen to some live examples now. Describe the property to us. So it's a one-bed flat by a train station. So you've chosen the location, you think it's all going to rent out, lovely. What's the purchase price?
It's 150, but I reckon we can probably get £5,000 off because we're a bit of a wheeler dealer.
So you're going to go that, right? So he's going to go 145. And what do you think the achieved monthly rent is?
900.
Have you done some comparison or are you just guessing? What I'm doing now is I'm going on to Rightmove to rent some places, yeah, to rent. I think that's a bit high, my love. There's a lot here for 750. We're going to work to 850. What's it going to cost you in stamp duty? Did you work that out? 3% baby cakes, 145, calculate. So it's going to be 4,350 on stamp duty alone. You've got some legal fees. So we say we've got 10 grand of legal fees with this stamp. How much is the solicitor going to charge you? All right, okay. We'll say 6 grand. I don't want you to win. So 145, average market rent, stamp duty, legal fees. What other costs have you got? I'll tell you what you got with a flat. Service charge. You got ground rent. How much is that all going to be? You got voids. You got maintenance on your boiler. Trace, how much is the service charge on our flat in Manchester? 1,000 a year, yeah? Oh, what's your mortgage interest a year? I forgot that one. 6,525 on interest. 36,250 in deposit. And then we've got stamp duty of 6 on top. That is 42.50. Everyone follow? That's our total cash in, yeah? With legal fees and stamp duty, yeah? We're doing our rent, which is £10,200, ladies and gentlemen, minus our expenditures, 6,525 on interest, 1,000 on service charge and 1,000 on maintenance, insurance and all of that. 10,200 minus 8,522 leaves us with positive cash flow of £1,675,000 a year. Whoa. And then we're going to divide that by our total money in, which is 42,000. Yeah, I can't even. 42,500. Let's just say that's about right. Which is 0.0000 times that by 100. 3.94% return on investment. By the time you're 70, you'll be able to buy a holiday out of that investment. Not what I want entrepreneurial people to be aiming for. Before tax, yeah, I mean, this is all pre-tax, gang. Yeah, this scenario here in commercial property, he's buying it for 130. He can get, what was the monthly, £1,300 a month rent. He's getting 130 out the door, 15,600 in, probably could get some capital allowances. He's going to have no stamp duty on this one. Zero, because it's under 150,000. Can you see this here is so much better? But I mean, I think this is a bit more rarer, but I think getting 20%, 10%, 15% on commercial is much, much easier than trying to do that in the residential world. And this exercise, if it's making you think now more about ROI, then we've achieved the game. Yes, mate.